Hi guys, welcome to Kick. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Nay.
And today's topic is, do opposites attract? How important do you guys think that it is for people who are friends or in relationships to have a lot in common with each other?
Well, I don't think it's that important for friends. If you're in a relationship or you're trying to build a relationship with the opposite sex, I think it is really important to have a lot of things in common.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Nay and I have been friends for a few years, and we always joke, don't ask us how we met, that's a whole nother story. But we always joke that we have nothing in common. We think totally different about everything in life, but somehow we're still friends, and we have our moments. We have our moments where I get on your nerves and you get on my nerves, and I say things and you get offended. You don't get on my nerves, but I know I say things to offend you. I know I do. And I say things to offend you, and I don't mean to, and you feel away. So what do you think makes our friendship work?
Yeah, with that, I don't think you know how you actually be coming off, but maybe...
I don't. I agree. I don't. It's not intentional. But go ahead.
But yeah, I always bring it to your attention.
You do.
So, I think it works. Our friendship works because we're both pretty much outspoken. But as far as opposites attracting, as far as a male and a female, I think that's very important, because when you're trying to build with someone, you want to kind of be on the same page about most things. You're gonna have disagreements about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But for the most, I think you want to pretty much be on the same page. I mean, as far as like going in the same direction, mm-hmm. like wanting the same things, mm-hmm. things like that. But
so with that being said, not an argument, but something me and you always talk about is my taste in men. And for those who don't know, Nay always tells me that I'm very picky when it comes to men. I am. I have a certain standard that needs to be met. So with what you just said,
I think, yeah, because I think at some point, if you like these certain type of men, I think if at some point in your life, if you see that this man hasn't come along, or you're attracting a different type of man, or a different type of man is approaching you, mm-hmm. try it out.
My thoughts are, if I know that I want certain things in life, you know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to be about my business, go to school, have a career, have, a future, I don't need to waste my time on some fool on the corner who's about going to jail and selling drugs and wants nothing in life. So I don't think that I'm being that picky, but I have nothing in common with a guy who's not about nothing in life. So not even just a guy, a person, period. Even like a bum bitch. Like, me and you are friends, we're different, but you're not a bum bitch. I'm not hanging out with chicks who aren't about nothing in life. Why? Where are you going in life? Where are you gonna be in 5 years? Nowhere. So I think that as a friend, we can be different, mm-hmm. but we still have to both be level-headed, decent women.
In some type of way, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, I take yesterday when we were
Lord.
when we were out to eat, our waiter.
I hope you don't see this. Go ahead.
Our waiter, he was nice. You and him seemed to kind of like have a lot of things. Had a lot of things in common, just from the little conversation when he was back and forth to our table every 2 minutes. You guys had a lot to talk about. Y'all had a lot of things in common as far as the
sorority and fraternity.
Yeah. So, and a lot of other things, like as far as networking things. But yeah, he was trying to come on to you, but it was something about him that this is what I talk about when I say try something different. Okay. Like, as far as his appearance, it might not have been what you want or what you was looking for, but you guys had things in common. He could actually hold a conversation. That's what you like that. Mm-hmm. But I think what turned you off was probably his appearance.
Well, he wasn't an ugly dude.
He wasn't ugly, but I don't want to.
It wasn't even what. It wasn't like he was ugly. It's just that sometimes when you're around someone, you kind of get vibes. Like when you get around someone, you kind of know if like there's like some type of thing between the two of you. I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. I was at a restaurant trying to eat my food. Like I wasn't trying to pick up a man. He was a real cool dude. We had a lot in common as far as like, you know, he's in a fraternity. I'm in a sorority. We talked about Greek life, stuff like that. But this one's at the other end of the table, like, oh my God, y'all are so cute together. I'm like, if you don't shut the hell up, like, it wasn't that deep. He was flirting.
Look, it's cuffing season. He would have been okay for this.
And he was big. He could pick me more, right? but I don't know. Maybe I need to reevaluate how
or just relax. I think just relax your standards a little bit. Just go outside the box for a minute. That's all. Just go outside the box.
I can go outside the box, but
and just see what happens.
I can go outside the box, but you can be out of the box and not be a bum on the corner. Like you have to.
You don't have to go that far out of the box, but just go outside of the box and step out of your comfort zone.
What's my comfort zone? What do you think my comfort zone?
Your comfort zone, you don't budge. You don't want like I'd be like, oh Crystal, I got a hookup for you. Oh, I don't like hookups. No, just do it. Just take the hookup. Go out on a date. Go eat and get some drinks. Just do it.
Let me say this, and this is my problem. One of them, I have a lot. They say good girls like bad boys. I always found myself with these dudes who, you and I are very different, right? Mm-hmm. And we both know that the kind of guys that you hang out with are sometimes about that life, and I'm not about that life. So if I know that I'm not trying to be with a dude who's in that life, there's no need for me to be like, may hook me up, because probably who you're going to hook me up with is someone who's in that life, and I'm
no.
It works for you, it don't work for me.
No, because I know how you are. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't choose that guy that's about that life. He would have, I know you like a little bit of stuff. He would have a job. He would have like some of the stuff that you like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I know some of the stuff you like.
And the reason I say that too is because I know how I am. I tend to fall for the wrong dude. So you might give me that guy who's about that life, and I probably would start liking him and then falling for him.
That's why I asked you
about. And then
he
gonna go to jail, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell happened?
That's why I asked you about. Oh, that's right. Because I felt that, but you know,
he's cool, and I would hang out with him. But deep down, I know there's no future there, because
that's all I'm saying. Hang out, because
But I'm too old to be wasting time right now. I'm not trying to.
It's not wasting time, because you don't know He might do that. That person that you're talking about, you might hang out with. He might do a 360. You don't know. He might. So just try it.
All right. So I think that you think that I'm more picky than I am. I think that, for example, the guy that we met yesterday at the restaurant, who was the waiter, we had a brief conversation, and in that conversation, he's a waiter because he's doing other things. So he's in school right now pursuing his PhD. He's raising his son. He's a waiter, but he's a waiter as a means to get to somewhere else. That person who's doing that to get to something bigger is totally different from the guy who's just has no goals, has no ambition. I would give the waiter a chance because he's doing something with his life.
But guess what? You had a chance to converse with him. These other guys, you don't have a chance. You have to give it a chance. All I'm saying is you have to give it a chance to even converse with them to know what they're about. You actually had a chance to converse with the guy from yesterday. So that's all I'm saying is that just because a guy looks a certain way, or just because he's you might see him on a block a few times when you're getting off the bus coming from work, that's how you're judging him off of that. All I'm saying is give him a chance. You don't know his story. That's all. You have to give it a chance to converse, exchange numbers, talk to him. He might be that one. You don't know. That's all I'm saying. I don't think you're too picky, but I just think you need to just relax a little. That's all. Relax. Have fun. I keep telling you that. Have fun. I don't have fun. I have fun.
I didn't have fun. I've had fun. What?
No, I'm talking about as far as dating fun. Have fun. More fun.
Yeah, and when I was younger, all the fools that I have dated, because I have a habit of giving people a chance, and then regretting it afterwards. And I think that's why I am how I am now. I've always been the girl like, oh, well, trying to sympathize or give him the benefit
So change
of the
that.
doubt.
Be mean for a change.
But no, what I'm saying, you're saying
Change
give
that.
it a chance. But when I
And once you
When I
so
give it a
now
chance,
you know
then-
when you see the fuckery at first, like cut that shit short.
that's my point. So I'm saying I've learned from having given all these fuckboys a chance because I try to see the good in people, and then they end up not being shit and a waste of my time.
But you
so
have to
now
date.
That's fine, but I don't have to date someone who ain't about shit in life.
You're not gonna know they're not about shit unless
It don't
you
take
try.
long.
You know, it don't take long.
Figure it
but that's
out.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But you have to get to that point. Just because you see him, like I said, you see him on the corner 2 or 3 times out the week when you get off the bus, you don't know what he's about until you actually converse with him. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I love you. You're my friend.
I love you too. I don't know how we're friends, but I love you.
Okay, but and with that, that guy on the corner, he might be that one that take you home to mama. You might really end up liking him.
So that brings us to another question. What exactly is wifey material? For this discussion, we have brought in our guest. Y'all should know him by now. This is his 3rd visit to the show. This is Ed. So to get a male's perspective on what is wifey material, and is there a difference in the woman that a man will wife up as opposed to the woman that a man will just maybe have sex with or just play around with?
Well, you know, wifey material is a terminology that you know. My thing is this: if you're compatible with the person, and you guys see eye to eye on a lot of things in terms of common goals that you guys want to achieve, I don't really like calling it wifey material. That's
Right,
just a
'cause-
label.
But
What is
there-
wifey material?
What is wifey material?
Well,
Because
It doesn't sound. My thing is that if you're a team, a relationship is based on a male, female that is kind of compatible. Not always compatible, but compatible in certain ways. Whereas, you know, as a team, you want to accomplish goals, right?
Right.
So that's how I would put it now. I don't know what wifey material.
Well, when I say that, let me give you an example. I was talking to one of my male friends recently, and we had a discussion, and he's actually married, and he said, when it comes to meeting women, he said, I would not personally want to meet a woman in a club setting and actually seriously date her or seriously pursue her. Because if you meet her in the club, half naked, pop locking and dropping it, that's probably what she does on the regular. So when I say that, I mean that as a man, I've always heard, growing up, a man will sleep with just about anything. If you let him sleep with you, he'll sleep with you. That does not mean he's taking you home to meet his mom, or he even likes you or loves you. It means that you are a piece of ass for the moment. So a lot of times a guy will sleep with or play around with, let's say, the little thotty girl on the corner, but when it comes to the girl he's gonna wife up, he's not gonna wife up a girl who's walking around half naked. He's not gonna wife up a thought because he does not want that as his wife. That's something that he plays with. So the question is, do you see some women different? Do you see some girls like, listen, oh yeah, I would tap that, but I would never like wife her up. But this girl,
Based on what you see, you won't
or
wife
based
her
on
based on what you see.
how she carries herself. Like if you're,
Well, that has a lot to do with a man judging on, who he's going to commit with for a long time. This whole thing about, meeting a girl in the club and all that. Listen, people go to clubs to relax. You had a hard day's work,
A hard week's work.
a hard week's work, and guess what? Friday is happy hour at Taj. Okay? So, okay, men, women, everybody come together, congregate at a certain club to have drinks, unwind, and then go on about their lives. Now, if you go to a club and you happen to meet this person could be a professional. Like I meet plenty of women that make tons of money. They just go out to socialize. So, but for me to meet you in the club, that's just like stereotyping a certain type of person because I met him in the club, or I met her in the club. Come on with that. If I meet you on the train, well, what's the difference?
Right, but once you get to know someone as a man, have you never, I'm trying to put you on the spot, but as a man, have you ever met a woman who you were trying to get with sexually, but you really had no interest in pursuing her as your girlfriend because you knew that she was easy, or you knew that this isn't someone who you wanted as the image of your wife? Like, do you see women differently as far as what you would want on your arm? This is my wife, take you home to meet your family, as opposed to a girl you just might hit it once or twice and that's it.
Well, let me tell you something. To be honest with y'all, it's a catch-22 with that. Mm-hmm. Meaning, a guy wants a woman, right, to say that, this is mine, but in the same token, a guy wants a freak too.
Right, in the right
Okay, so
place.
Right, so
Not for everybody though.
I think before you guys were talking about like
And sexy, but your
And
guy wants
sexy.
you to be sexy when
Right.
you're out.
And it works
You want
both
to be
ways.
a freak for him privately, but you wouldn't want to be with a woman who was being a freak for you and all your boys. If you knew there was a girl that was giving it to you and 3 of your boys, would you wife her up?
No.
That's a
Right.
No,
Because you want her to be
no.
a freak for you and only you under those circumstances.
Well, certain rules. There's certain rules when it comes to like my friends, and I only got about so many friends. Thank God, because
Right.
that's just how it is, man. I got. So anyway, so the rule is like this: is if I am seeing someone or if somebody in my crew is seeing someone, the rule is to respect that and wish them the best. Hopefully, as far as the woman seeing everybody, maybe back in junior high school,
Right.
high school maybe, but as of this day and age,
Right. So you want the woman who's your woman, you want her to be a freak for you when the time is right, but you want her to be a respectable woman in public. You don't want nobody like, oh, look at Ed with that side. Like, you don't want people saying that, and that's your woman.
Well, what makes them a thought? Because of how she's dressed. When I went out on Friday, this girl, her dress was literally like really this little, but she was sexy. Mm-hmm. The dress was sexy. She was sexy, and what that makes her a thought because
I don't know.
Because exactly.
But what I'm saying is that
know.
men, from what I've gathered, I'm not a man, but just from what I've heard different guys say, men, when this is your woman, like this is known, okay, this is my woman, my wife, my serious girlfriend, whatever, you're representing them.
Right.
So they want you to carry yourself a certain way in public as their woman. Now behind closed doors, we can be the nastiest freaks in the world, but in public, I'm your woman, and I'm gonna look like a respectable woman. If there's a girl, let's say a girl in the neighborhood, who has a rep for going around the block with all the dudes, and then all of a sudden one of those dudes decides that he likes her, he wants to wife her up now. Those other dudes are clowning him, like, nigga, she's been with everybody on the block, why are you wifing her up now?
That's different.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But if you're if you're meeting somebody, there's nothing wrong with meeting somebody in the club. Like Ed said, because
there's
I
nothing
mean,
wrong with that.
when you're going out to the club, you're gonna dress a certain way. You're gonna dress different from when you're just out going out to eat or going out to whatever. So if you see somebody with a short dress on or whatever short booty shorts on, they're in an appropriate place to wear that type of stuff. So you can't judge them.
Yeah.
So is that making her a thought because she has that little dress on?
I don't know.
Right, you don't know, but that's what we're gonna assume. Like if I'm with my husband while I'm out and we see this girl with this little dress on, most women are gonna be like, oh, she's a thought, and they're gonna be cutting their eye at their husband or their boyfriend, their man, whatever, making sure he's not looking over
And
there.
he's
But
gonna
no,
look.
I'm just as
I'm
sexy
gonna
as
look.
her. I'm just
Right.
as sexy as her. That's why.
'Cause
Just because
it's-
I'm married, I'm gonna dress a certain way when I go out. It depends on where I'm going. I'm gonna dress appropriately. Just like he says, oh, when you go out of town, you be wearing this little short stuff. I'm on the beach. What do you want me to wear? I'm
Look,
on the beach.
this-
I dress appropriately.
This is the whole funny thing about relationships, man. Like this is really crazy. First of all, everybody's in competition.
Exactly.
It's all a competition type of thing, right? Okay. You have your insecure men, and you have your men that are pretty much stern when it comes to, you know, if my woman goes out or whatever, but I know she's coming home to me. You know, I hate the jealous type of dudes, you know, that don't let their women breathe, or whatever the case may be. That means that your insecurities is all messed up. It's crazy. But I don't know. It's you know.
I mean,
It's crazy.
I'm not married, so I can't speak from that perspective. You're
No,
married.
it don't. Just having a boyfriend
Right.
or a man, it doesn't. You don't have to be married.
But like, I find like for example, even when I've been with guys or whatever, you go around their family and such. I find that when I go around their family, like their mother especially, whatever, I want to carry myself in a certain way.
Yeah, of course. You're
Right.
not gonna wear the same outfit you wore to the club to his mom's house.
Right, but my point
So of
is,
course.
but my point is, a lot of men. I'm not saying all, but
Let
a
me
lot
tell you
of men will
something.
sleep with anything. But because a man sleeps with you or even entertains you, does not mean you're the type of girl that he would wife up.
No.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
He's going based on what he sees. He sees that she's sexy, and yeah, I would hit that. Doesn't mean she would be wifey material, or she could be my wifey material.
Right. So what's the?
I met my husband. When I met my husband,
At Golden Crust.
What?
Right?
I met him at the,
Both of
I
y'all
met
was
him
at
at a bar.
I thought you said Golden Crust.
Wherever at.
I thought you guys was
If you're not in New York and you're watching this, Golden Crust is a Jamaican chain
chain
of
restaurant in New
You're like, what's
York,
Golden
yeah.
Crust? Okay.
Yeah. This is a joke.
I cannot deal.
No, but really, I met him
At Golden Crust.
and we hit it off, and 6 months later we was married.
That was quick.
Yeah, 6 months later we was married.
That was quick.
And I'm not even gonna say the rest because I love my business out there. But
Right.
but my situation is a perfect example. Well, I could put it out there. It doesn't matter because I lived my life. But I met my husband. I met him. I slept with him. We slept together that same night. And I married him 6 months later.
Okay, well, it was that good.
That's right.
The kryptonite. Sorry.
Toes curling up, eyes all rolled up in the head.
Nah. The point is, because I did that, does that not make me wifey material?
But the point I was going to say was, if he's not here, but if we were to ask your husband, what is it about Nay, like she gave you some the first night, but he still saw something in you to want to wife you up, besides the pum pum, I hope. So.
It's probably 90%.
Right. So what
Right.
was it
That's
about
what.
Nay
really
that made
90%.
him say
90%.
that one, I'm going to wife her as opposed to this one? Because my thing is this, your husband, I'm sure.
I can't.
This
Wait,
is a
I'm
real deal. This is 90%. You know,
I'm
him.
sure
It's
before-
good. I'm not letting that go.
I'm sure before he met you, he has kids or whatever. He's been with other women, and I'm sure you weren't the first to give it to him the first night, but he wifed you. So there was something about you, I don't know what that is, maybe you know, that made him say, what was it? You know what I'm trying to say?
That's something you gotta ask him.
Right. That's what I'm just
He
saying, like,
always shares our
hypothetically.
videos. Ask him.
Yeah.
What was it?
Right. It had to be something he saw different in you from every other girl that probably gave to him the same night as well. So it was something about you.
Yeah,
Like he just knew he felt different.
I guess.
So, how do you feel about that with meeting a guy? You know, is it something about the guy that would draw your attention, or I mean, but you know, you're a little too defensive.
I'm not defensive.
You gotta give people a chance.
I'm not defensive. I believe like sometimes you just vibe with people. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you, like I told Nate, my last boyfriend, the guy that I was with, when we first met, I was at work, I was helping him with something, And after I finished helping him with what I was doing, his account or whatever, it was a slow day. And we just sat there for like an hour and just talked, just for like an hour. Just talked and talked and talked. And probably would have kept talking if my boss didn't come and say what's going on over here. It was just something, we just clicked. We just, bam, like that. You know, so I think it's just a matter of how you vibe with the person. Sometimes you just feel something, you don't know what it is exactly,
Yeah.
but I know I feel.
We all have
You should
a
try it.
gut instinct about people.
Yeah.
That's just in general. I think, like, if I meet somebody, male, female, whatever, I say, oh, man, I'm not really feeling that guy. Mm-hmm. Or this guy's real cool. Like, his personality's crazy, you know? And that's just how it is. Sometimes you meet a girl, we could be the best of friends. And then, you know, like my partner that I roll with, you know, she's very attractive. But the thing is that we're business partners. Like I don't see her as like, you know, romantic type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm attracted to her as a partner.
In
A
a different way.
business partner.
Right,
Yeah.
in a way.
And so, you know,
And
it's
just
a
because
difference between the two. you
Yeah,
know?
it is a difference, but it's
And by the way, my business partner that I roll with, her name is Tony B. What's up, Tony?
It's a shameless plug. Wait,
How you doing?
what's happening?
Yeah, she rolls with me on Mondays at the tavern, OZ Tavern. But yeah, she's real cool, and you know, we sit and we
It was a commercial.
and we're like a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, she helps me out in things, and I help her out in things, and you know, we try to, you know, on that level, you know. But yeah.
Well, you made that very clear.
Mondays at the OZ. You know.
You made that very clear on that level, business level.
Yeah, and you can like people in different ways. I have guys that I'm friends with that I'm mad cool with as friends, but they have certain traits that I would not want in a boyfriend. So I keep it on a friendship level. You know what I'm saying? So you like people in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Okay.
I understand, but I think if I bring you around that one person, you know who
Why
I
did
think
you keep bringing him up?
just because I had that feeling since like the first time y'all actually met. I just had that feeling for real, no lie. I think you would actually fall for him,
And I
regardless of what. Even though you
He'll
even
fuck up
though
my
you
life.
shouldn't, and you would try not to allow yourself, but I think you would.
Right. Okay, guys, we have a special guest who just dropped in. He needs no introduction, but welcome Mr. Jadakiss to the show. We didn't know he was coming. We're not prepared, but we're glad he's here. So we were just having a discussion with Ed over here about a couple of relationship issues. And one thing we asked him was, what is wifey material? And we asked him, is there a difference in the woman that a man will wife up as opposed to the woman that a man will just, you know, play with, sleep with, get it in with?
I think it's different. You know, a wife or someone with wifey characteristics is someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, someone you want, you know, to raise and nurture your kids, someone that you don't mind, you know, giving you accounts and things of that nature, you know, stuff too. So
Right.
there's a big difference in going out, turning up, getting drunk, and experimenting than with your wife or someone that.
Would you take your wife out with you to?
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Is,
Right.
You know what I mean? Bring your party, bring your sin to the beach.
That's it. That's it.
So as an artist and someone who travels a lot, I
Cool,
know you
sign
have
that.
I know you have groupies, and that's part of the lifestyle. So how do you differentiate between, okay, this chick is just a groupie, I can hit it tonight?
Well, I've been in the game for 20 years, so I did all of that already. Now it's just, you know, I'm more of a businessman, family man. It's, you know, I'm just handling business when I'm in the club most of the time. I'm there, I'm getting paid to be there, so I still have fun, but it's a different fun. I did all of it.
Right.
I was wild when I was younger.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So we want to thank Jadakiss for coming through. That was a surprise to us as well. You never know who's going to be on the show, so y'all got to keep watching.
Like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Jada.
What up, Jada?
Okay, but he did give us his opinion on what is wifey material.
Because like he said, he's been through it all, man.
Right, been
He's
there,
been
done
in the game
it.
for
At this
20
point,
years,
right.
and
At this
you
point,
know,
it's about business.
It's about business, and you know, establishing a family or whatever, you know, which is totally true. You know, once you've been out there for a long time, you know, running amok or whatever, so to speak, you're done with that. Like, you know, you want to come home to your wife.
Do y'all agree it takes men like a lot longer to get it together?
That's just how we are. I mean, that's just how we are. You know, I'm not speaking for all men.
Most men.
Well,
it takes y'all
They
like
mature
y'all about
slower.
40 years old.
Yeah, they
Like,
mature slower.
come on, get it right already.
it happens. You know, hey, listen. You know, some get it at 30, some get it at 40, some get it together at 50. You know, it's a process with us men. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure for black men. You know, it's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, but you know, this is how it's designed. You know, this is how God put us. He put us here to test the waters on a lot of things.
Us women headaches.
Right.
I don't know about the headaches.
what?
Yeah, well,
Hey,
no. Everything in this world can't be balanced like that, because an unbalanced world makes the world go round. We agree to disagree on a lot of things. Don't roll your eyes, because
you keep
know,
telling her that.
Right.
it's the truth. How does this world is operating? Because people agree to disagree. Right? You might like Trump. You might like Hillary. Right? I might not like either. See, because everybody has their own opinion about things, and then that's how the world rolls. That's how the world goes around, right? If everybody agreed on the same thing, then the world would be dull.
Well,
What do you think?
true.
So,
I just need y'all men to get it together. Though.
Right.
So, that's it. That's it.
Get it all the way together. Now.
my marriage right now.
All right, so
All right, guys. So,
till next time.
and again, thank you to our special guest, Mr. Ed Papers, even though he's like a regular right now. He's not even a guest no more. And
Crystal, Nay, and Ed.
the Crystal and Ed show, right? And thank you to Jadakiss for just dropping by on his little impromptu visit. We really
Top
appreciate
5 Dead
that.
or Alive. Pick that
Really?
CD up.
Jada, mwah. Is that what Mariah did in the song?
Did it
Jada,
right.
I did it right? No. Thank you to Ed and Jadakiss, and we'll see you guys next time for our new episode of Kick.
Peace.
Okay.